Greetings, dear suckers. My name's Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And welcome back to Elysium, where I've got a little thingamajig here for some reason. Even though that wasn't there when I exited last time. Anyway, we're here in the church, where some bozo tried to get us to join his fucking Oblivion cult, or whatever. You know, as people tend to do with the vulnerable, drunkards, and what have you. I guess this, anyway.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
What? I mean, first of all, no, I don't remember. That's the thing. But secondly, what?
You have the Headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
What? Win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long-dead historical figure. Like, I never had her in the first place. I mean, like, first of all, she's a long-dead historical figure. Second of all, I never had her in this first place. Third of all, that's not her. That's just a fucking... what's the term? Mural? Something like that, anyway. It's a big thing of glass. It's not even intact.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily.
Oh, shut up.
This isn't funny. You have a bad feeling about this one.
It's a little funny. But you're right, Inland Empire. I mean, we've often disagreed in the past, Inland Empire, but I agree with you here. Forget about this.
No, it would have been beautiful. Really tiny, thoughtful, clever.
No, it would have been nothing.
Whatever this was, it feels like you made the right choice not to peek into it.
What rot. Anyway. What was the check
The mother
here?
of humanism stands.
Visual calculus, yeah. Okay.
The mother of humanism stands above you. A precious and complex, a jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text, a light motif below them both.
Who shattered this mosaic? Mosaic, that's the term, right. I knew it started with an M.
Unknown.
Okay.
Something during the raid the lieutenant mentioned. Or just hooligans looking for something to break.
Maybe even just the weight of the snow piling up. Well, that and years of neglect. Who is this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says,
Escutcheon.
Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden rights apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her Innocence Day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
Irene. Something about the name sounds familiar.
Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto? What does it say? Nothing much. What's the motto with you?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, The Pale. After the Pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Fancy that. Lieutenant, this used to say, after life, death. After...
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
Indeed. Wow. It looks weird seeing that mural seemingly reconstructed, but the light going right through it. That's a neat effect. Anyway.
This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why? No.
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
Understandable. Yeah. The whole after the world, the pale. That whole motto is... I mean, it makes sense for the... I mean, it's a perfectly good motto for humanism and all that, but... Yeah, it doesn't really seem to fit a police force, per se. It's certainly not something a police force would come up with on their own as a motto for them. Yeah. I can easily see why they changed it. What's it now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Yeah, that... I mean, it's not a great motto, but... serviceable. Cool.
Ice cool.
Lieutenant nods. Oh yeah. Ice cool. Reminds us of what we're fighting for. And what we're fighting with. Or something along those lines. Alright.
The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Oh, it's made of... It's a wax... Oh, it's painted on. I thought it was some sort of... Oh, never mind. Okay. Yo, any idea what the password might be?
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
What? Pardon?
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
What was that about coffee? I feel like I've heard it somewhere before.
Look, man. I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee.
Okay. I guess some secrets must remain hidden. They're too dangerous. I don't care about coffee anyway. Fuck coffee. Have you by any chance heard the viejita say the password to a radio computer?
Too many times, Esse. You need it for something.
Mayhap?
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Excuse me, drama? Why are you suddenly stressing your S's all of a sudden? Honestly, I just want to break into a radio computer, see what's on it. Ha! Fuck it. Let's see how he responds.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
Huh. After the motto, huh? That... Well, if I had been trying passwords, that probably would have been one of the first things I tried, but... Oh well. Password safety is not... Well...
That is true. But what comes after death?
After death, life again, wasn't it?
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita, big pequeña when I hear it.
Okay then, thanks.
I think we're done here, Essay.
Not sure why I just got experience from that, but okay.
That was an interesting conversation.
Indeed.
However, I'm still not sure whether we'll find our suspect here.
Okay. Oh, and he's gone. I guess I exhausted everything there was to talk to him about. Cool. Now I hopefully never have to talk to him ever again.
The machine's keyboard is the speaker comes.
Good evening. Fortress. Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you to sleep well, Fortress Accident?
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Alright. At last, we're making progress on the mystery of Fortress Accident. Or something like that.
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church, the door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
His eyes wander to the various machines around him. You never know. Or perhaps you do.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking Esca series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot. Fair enough, Kim.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
I'll bet. They tend to be.
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
A data loss? Maybe there might be a little bit more to the failure of Fortress Accident than I suspected.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying.
It seems pretty straightforward. They lost a bunch of their data, presumably for their whole radio computer game thing. And somehow the backup got wiped out too, even though it wasn't even connected to the data used for the front end, which is what corruption or whatever happened would normally have started from. That is odd. I can see why they think you might be lying about it.
Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artists, programmers, Lexi? Who are all these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike.
He strokes his chin.
We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Trying to recreate the data loss. Oh, right. Probably trying to figure out what exactly happened there. Trying to recreate the circumstances that led to the data being lost so they can figure out what the fuck caused it. Swallowing sound. What else might it swallow?
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right, toward the silence. Mayhap?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be? Look at the water basins behind you. I don't know, a bit of the Pale somehow found its way in here or something? I don't know enough about the Pale to say anything about that.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
There's so much I don't know about this world. I don't know. I don't know.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
March. No stated date. That's odd.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into that radio computer. And the storekeeper must be Plaisance. He's so cheerful about it. I was the one who broke into that radio computer.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
Oh well.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air.
I used toothpaste in all caps. And also, whatever happened to the dates?
the sound of the church door opening.
Speak of the devil, and she shall appear.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Yo, hi Suna, whose name I somehow know. Evening. Hi?
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots. Oh, I thought for a moment she just didn't notice us.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're looking for a suspect in a murder investigation. We thought they might be hiding here.
No one's hiding here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life. I'm not certain that's entirely true, actually. Have you seen the guy up in the rafters? I think he might qualify as someone hiding here. Those shadows look slightly odd. It looks like she's making really odd finger puppets. Anyway.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
Actually, they kind of look like crab claws. Again, I don't think that's quite accurate, but never mind.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
And, when will that be?
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
It does not look like a big loss to her. Yeah, paper generally isn't. Hey, are you the lead programmer of World Untethered by any chance?
Yes.
She thinks to herself.
Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here? I mean, we just established who she is. Or I guess that's what she is.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages.
Okay, I didn't ask for your resume, but okay. Although if you're interested in working for the RCM, there might be an opening for you. I'm sure we could use programmers somewhere.
If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the terminal.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
There's no option to say that, yes, I actually am here to hire you. Damn. But yeah, what are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes. I do. Well, no, I don't. I quite like answers. I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
A what?
Wait, what?
My thoughts exactly, Logic. Well, obviously they're my thoughts, considering you're my thoughts, but never mind.
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said.
Indeed.
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here.
She stares at the burnished antenna on a nearby table.
But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
The data loss or the hole in the world? Both, probably. A hole in the world. What does that mean, exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, It has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
There's something frantic about her as she locks her gaze with you, eyes shining like pearls. Indeed. Up to now? What does that mean?
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have?
None, I
How
would
do you
imagine.
measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer. Well, you measure what isn't there, I suppose. And you measure around it for what is there.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Damn. Wait, hang on.
She doesn't seem surprised.
I am so... If you're not here to hire me,
Did she say
Oh.
over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager.
Oh. I guess. I have no idea how old she is, but if you say so, Logic.
the whole...
Wait, what?
Still just that. So, what does Logic think it is, then?
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I was saying. I guess that means I have at least 6 Logic in real life. Yeah. You measure it by collecting data on its surroundings, on that which exists. Exactly.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Ah, so that's what those bowls of water are for. Hydro transducers, converting the pressure of the water into electrical signals, so you can monitor various things.
Hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are. Devices for recording sound through water.
Indeed.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
She grows silent, staring at her circle of basins. It looks like some ancient ritual. You look like some ancient ritual.
But does it have anything to do with necroplasmic life forms? Ghosts, in everyday parlance.
I don't know. Does it have anything to do with ghosts?
Ghosts? No, I don't think so. I don't believe in ghosts.
Okay, right. Nothing to do with ghosts. Start writing it down in your ledger.
You do know there's no need to officially document this information, right?
Nonsense. Everything must be documented. Just in case I, lose my mind again. You know, if I had actually bothered to document everything last time I investigated this whole situation, I might already have solved the case by now. Hell, I might have already solved the case before I oblivioned myself, and then we could be done with this already.
She has already turned back to her keyboard.
Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade. Strange things may flourish in the dark.
I guess. Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to cease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman lives. Are we still calling him the Crabman? Whatever.
I know.
You don't think the Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I'm not certain how he would be.
She sounds mildly annoyed by this line of questioning. her hands typing hundreds of commands into the machine.
You said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space.
We tried enlisting the Crabman's help? He seems to know something about all this.
And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world. For now.
Great. Thanks.
Have you seen the Crabman? Probably.
No?
No? But you know he's around?
Yes.
It sounds like you're not worried about him at all.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. Okay. Have you seen anyone suspicious? Say, a woman named Ruby?
What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire. 'Tis true.
Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN prefix processing unit.
Oh, I know some of those words. Wait, what?
RAIN prefect. My radio computer.
And that antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be honest.
Alright. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Wait, what's on air?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Like love.
I guess. And the AR-1? Is it a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable.
Good to know.
But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
I'll keep that in mind. In case I want to buy a radio computer.
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
Sure, another point into encyclopedia. Why not? What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
The law does not. Shh.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
Ah, too bad. What about those bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my RAIN prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Okay, I will definitely move them now.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Right, I'll try not to touch anything. I'll fail, but I'll try. Next question.
Great.
How do you feel about hypnotic dance music?
What?
She squints her eyes.
I hate it.
Oh.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
I mean, she lives right next to those guys, but okay. What are you, 40? It's the future of dance music. Same here. It just doesn't connect here. Tap on your heart. Not like disco does, anyway. Have you even listened to it? Like, actually listened?
Yeah. Like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they?
She pulls a face that looks absolutely scathing. Yeah, see conceptualization? I don't know what you were talking about. Thanks for the plus 10 XP, though.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right. But how do you feel about a club for hypnotic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
She looks up, shaking her head. What do they want to build then? If this is about the drug lab, yeah, I already am aware of that.
Take a guess, why don't you?
A youth center would be nice. A petting zoo, a place for animals. Maybe some community space to help the elderly? I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for hypnotic dance music. They said it's their dream. Also, you know, very aware of the whole drug lab thing, and I've already talked to them about it. And I will be checking up on this place later. Or someone will be, anyway. I mean, we really need to have more of a presence here in general. But anyway.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Right, I'll let you work in peace now. I feel like this is kind of assuming that I don't know what I know, but okay. Sure, let's go talk to them again. Why not? About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to the crab man.
Oh man! Who is he? What did you think?
He gave me this odd lecture on alcoholism before rambling on and on about mother's love.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
He clearly enjoys the physical activity. Guy climbs like a freak.
No matter.
The paranoid young man mumbles gruffly.
Is he gonna be a problem?
Doubt it. I mean, he might try and get people into his cult, but aside from that, don't think he's gonna be an issue.
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
I guess I see where you got your name then, Noid. Anyway.
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind the nightclub at all.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
Don't worry. I don't think he really gives a damn about you or anyone else.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah! Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She did not like the hypnotic dance club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world!
I'll bet.
And she doesn't like it at all!
What is it with you in the toolbox, anyway? Anyway.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity? Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I think the whole 2mm hole in the world thing is perhaps a bit important to investigate before we set up an hypnotic dance club, hypnotic music, whatever, and before we set up a club right underneath it. No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist, coexist.
Yeah, you'd want to spread ecstasy, alright, if I hadn't stopped you.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam a little slower for a moment.
Oh dear.
Then he returns to the full swing of it.
Oh good. Phew. Thought there was something... Him slowing down his pumping is a real disaster.
No worries, we'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convincing her.
Excellent! Good luck, my friend.
He smiles wide, like a replica of his friend with the large head. Oh, is that why he's called Egghead? I don't think his head seems large, but whatever.
Goodbye, officer.
Alright. See ya. Well, this is a bit of a pickle. I guess we're just going to have to help her. I guess we're just going to have to make advances in science that have yet to be beheld in the world up till now in order to be able to set up a dance club. That makes sense. Yo.
Yes, what is it?
Anything new
The
here?
swallow, you mean?
No.
What about it? Great. Thanks.
What if you didn't have to leave? I talked to Andre. He wants to make it work.
I don't want to make anything work.
Hold on, you don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work.
Huh. Okay.
It's not the anodic dance music that's made her bitter. It's the failure of Fortress Accident.
Ah. Yes. Are you bitter because your radio game project failed?
That's right.
Something strange shines in her eyes.
If we couldn't get our Welkins to happen, I don't want anything to happen. Ever again.
Yeah, I can understand that impulse.
There's not a trace of irony in her voice. She means it.
I didn't think there was. Convince her to cooperate with the Ravers. Wow. Okay. 97% chance of success. God damn. Easiest check of my life. Okay.
Easy. When her research is done, she can move out.
Easy indeed. Listen, about your research. You mentioned earlier that it's not going very well. Maybe I can help with something. Yeah, that's more or less what I was thinking. No wonder the check was so easy.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
She looks up from her work, disoriented. But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in a church next to the Boom Boom anymore. Just think about it.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
Alright. Bring me the game's off-site copy from my old workspace, if you really want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
You mean this?
No, that's the production schedule you stole and accessed without authorization. I don't need it.
In his defense, it was simply lying in the desk drawer of an abandoned cubicle.
Okay, but still.
Well, darn. What is an off-site copy and why do you need it?
It's a backup of my former employer's project, the radio game we were working on. It's stored on a filament memory, just like the one inside this radio computer.
She points to the glowing cube inside the machine.
The backup itself is destroyed now, but I'm hoping to use what's left of it to pinpoint the exact location of the anomaly. You just have to go to my old workspace and get the filament.
Hold on. If it's called an off-site copy, then why is it still on-site?
Good point, Rhetoric.
Oh god, not this again. It is not on-site. It is in the basement. Perfectly safe and not connected to the front at all.
Basement? Sounds like it's technically still on-site.
Indeed.
And no, taking it outside the building wouldn't have protected it from the data loss. There's nothing wrong with keeping the backup in the basement. What happened was a freak accident that has nothing to do with how the backup was stored.
How do you know?
We clear?
She stares at you with pleading, furious eyes. Clear as butter.
This is clearly a painful topic for her. She must have had to explain herself numerous times.
By your old workspace, do you mean the studio of Fortress Accident in the doomed commercial area?
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Actually, I've already been inside the doomed commercial area.
Good. Then you might know the giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. The filament is inside the fridge. Just go and get it.
And where exactly is the off-site copy?
In the giant ice bear fridge. I just told you. It has red glowing eyes. It's impossible to miss. You just need to get the off-site copy from the ice bear.
Okay.
But you've been to the fridge and it wasn't there. There was a note saying...
Indeed. I found a note from the ice bear fridge. It said the off-site copy had been moved to a safer place.
Wait. A note from whom?
She freezes.
Did it specify where they took the filament memory?
It said the off-site copy had been taken to a nearby ice cream maker. The note was signed by someone named Solislaw.
Jawiza. Of course. Our project lead, Suliswov Jawiza. God, he was always so hell-bent on keeping the copy somewhere safe. That feature creep and the Valley of the Heads.
Valley of the what now?
Like it would have made a difference. The off-site copy was perfectly safe when the data loss happened. That data loss was anomalous.
She crosses her arms defiantly. I mean, evidently it wasn't. Safe, I mean, but oh well.
And the heads... I won't even get into the heads. Millions of them.
What?
Go find that copy from that ice cream maker, will you? Thanks.
Valley of 1,000 Heads. You like the sound of that.
Sure, okay. I found the ice cream maker, but I couldn't get it open. It's completely frozen.
This is getting ridiculous. Can't you just defrost it? Or, I don't know. I don't know about the ice cream maker. Just figure something out.
Okay.
There's a solution, but she doesn't want to hand it over to you yet. It's a thing. Something she holds dear.
Why can't you go and get the filament yourself?
The bookstore lady hates me. Says I'm part of the curse. Whatever that means.
Wait, are you part of the curse?
Of course not. Anyway, I don't have my keys anymore and she won't let me in.
Why does she think you're part of the curse?
Because she's from Martinez, and people from Martinez have never ever seen a radio computer. She thinks it emits elemental evil.
What if it does emit elemental evil? Narrow your eyes.
It doesn't emit, it receives. You sound just like her. She started praying when she first saw my rain. Turned to higher powers.
The lieutenant coughs like he's amused.
I'll bet.
Once I came in one morning, only to find that my terminal was full of those strange trinkets and amulets. Wards. It looked like some Semenine magic.
Alright, I'll go look for the off-site copy then.
Thanks.
She thinks for a moment, then reaches behind the radio computer and hands you what looks like an oversized pry bar.
And here's my Qualsund multitool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you get me the offside copy, then you can keep the Kvalsund.
Ooh, sweet.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be parting with the Kvalsund.
Well, I am quite happy to be, what's the opposite of parting? Joining? Joining with the Kvalsund. That sounds a bit weird, but never mind. Let's see, Kvalsund KR2 multi-tool. This is an advanced pry bar. A pry bar plus 2, if you will. Built by Kvalsund Invasa. The number of gadgets hidden within the frame of the yellow and gray multi-tool will stagger any technician. Ooh. As opposed to my weenie little pry bar, which is basically just a crowbar. Anyway. Fancy. Alright. That looks peculiar. It looks like I'm gonna like open it up and pull out a bunch of guns out of it or something. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds sweet, even. Finally. An upgrade to my pry bar after all this time. Maybe I'll get an upgrade to my chain cutters and flashlight. Anyway, it's currently 2 o'clock, which means time is frozen. Here we go.
This orange machine is...
Heroic 15. Crack open the lid. I've got 2. Yeah, not great odds, even with the +1 from the better grip with gloves. That's... Wait, that's plus... Would another +1 from the white tank top? I think that's the only physical instrument bonus I have. Let me see. -2 physical instrument. Definitely don't want that. Yeah, I'm already wearing those pants, which are the only other thing I can think of that gets me that.
This orange machine
yes,
is
okay.
buzzing like...
But wait, hang on. If I want to maximize my chances of success, I want to take the gloves off, actually. Because of the way the bonuses work.
This orange machine is...
First, we do it here. 3% chance of success. Hopefully this doesn't cause me to lose health.
Ice squeaks beneath your Kvalsund multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before.
Yeah, not surprised by that.
Unplugging the ice cream maker will allow it to defrost.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I really wish I had unplugged that last time I was here. Oh well. Anyway.
This orange machine is...
Yada yada yada. 8%.
Ice squeaks
No.
beneath your Kvalsund. Unplugging the...
Okay. Then let's... Yeah, okay. Damn. Okay, let's unplug it and then wait for it to defrost and then come back here again. I just wanted to give myself the best possible chances.
Only the black cable is plugged in something close to...
Very smart. Opening the lid should be much easier after the ice cream maker has defrosted.
Indeed. So, tomorrow, when I
This
wake up, I'll
orange
be able
machine
to...
is dead still. It
Oh.
has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an...
Shut up. Oh, okay, I guess just unplugging it increased it. Then I get another chance. Okay.
This orange machine...
Sweet. Okay. 28%. Maybe I'll get lucky?
Ice
Ha!
groans and howls under the strain of your giant Kvalsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open.
Oh, critical success. Okay. And the bonuses didn't even matter then, besides giving me additional chances. Ha! Of course. Naturally. I think that's the first critical success I've gotten all game. Anyway. And it's probably doesn't even really matter anyway.
Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side.
Alright.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Luukkanen Kilde as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Good point, interfacing. Good point. And it's also worth $50, but I don't think I should sell it. The cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile in your hand. Its intricate structure is still cold to the touch. Silver tape on the side reads, "Off-site copy." Alright. Oh, alright. And while I'm here, I should also probably, try my hand at this one, maybe. Let's see what's on here, then. Next time! Because, fuck it, I'm not gonna get a better cliffhanger than this. And, obviously I want a cliffhanger because I hate you and I want you to suffer. Anyway, so until next time, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.
You're gonna be okay, kid.